My name is April. My husband is Mike. We have an 18-month-old daughter, Kenley, and we have a 3-year-old son, Camden.
There's been a big difference between Camden and Kenley in raising them. Kenley picks up just really quickly, and there's a big difference with Camden. It's a lot of repetitiveness.
I got an article in a magazine. It was talking about a child with autism, and it had some of the things that kids with autism do. All these things that I had no idea were autism that I thought were Camden. And then about a week later, another magazine came to my house with another article about it and with more signs and stuff. And he did those too.
It was really once we got him in Kids on the Move that that's kind of when it all came to a reality, and that's when we decided to focus on, okay, this is probably what he's got.
Kids on the Move is a nonprofit agency in Utah County whose mission is to support the development of young children and their families. And we have been doing that since 1986 through our early intervention program, which provides services to young children, birth to age 3, who either have a developmental delay or a disability. And every month, hundreds of children receive home visits and other services through our early intervention program.
Early intervention is to help kids who are behind in their development hopefully catch up or come closer to catching up to typical development by the time they reach 3.
She was kind of one of the first people that he would actually interact with, and he was pretty scared of people for a while and pretty shy and timid, would hide his face when we'd go into public places. Sometimes he'd even throw tantrums and freak out. He didn't like a lot of the contact from other people, but he became good friends with her, and through that she helped him to become a little more social and to be able to accept new faces and new people.
Good job! That's the soaring up the sky.
One of the goals that we had right at the first that Karen and I just felt were so important was to help empower parents.
From the time we organized, we put the parents in charge. We were there to support them, to help them, and help them find answers to their questions. And then we were there to encourage them and to say, you're doing great, and your family can do this.
Her heart stopped, and between the time that her heart stopped and she was born was 6 minutes. They decided to do CPR on her, and so they did 9 minutes of CPR on her in order to get her heart started again. And then they took her to newborn ICU, and they told us that we should plan on a funeral because they weren't planning on having her live. And then she had a spitfire little personality and proved them wrong. And then she decided to amaze everybody. But they told us that when we left the hospital about a month later that she would never see, hear, suck, or walk. We have had services from almost everybody with Kids on the Move. We have had physical therapy, occupational therapy, vision therapy, speech therapy. Our provider comes out and works with us. And then she has also done horse riding therapy and motor skills group therapy. It truly saved our life and our family.
We go into the homes and help the families, give them ideas, tools, and how to better help their kids. And at Kids on the Move, we have different specialists. We have physical therapists, we have occupational therapists, we have a speech pathologist, we have a nurse.
I don't believe that Kids on the Move could be as successful as it has been without the support of the community. For instance, last year, volunteers gave more than 10,000 hours of service to Kids on the Move. We also have received substantial donations from community members of services, materials, and supplies. And every year we need to raise about $200,000 to enhance the services that we provide to families.
We support Kids on the Move because they're helping families to secure their future by helping these children to gain the skills necessary for them to have a higher quality of life.
I was introduced to Kids on the Move by my sister, and I just thought it would be wonderful to work for a place that helped children.
I have 2 children. My daughter's 13, my son's 10, and both of them are on the autistic spectrum. Kids on the Move helped us to see what our options were. We chose to get our son enrolled in ABA therapy at a young age, and my son is still autistic. My son's not cured, but he's a happy child who communicates with his parents, who lives a very, very happy life. The sooner these kids get help, the more effective it is.
This